Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Anthony, or Big B Stats, and today we're gonna have a discussion over the Piggy eyes. This is going to be quite interesting, and I do look forward to hearing your theories down below in the comments. If there's some really good ones, I'm also going to be including them in some upcoming videos, and I'm also going to be including some of your predictions in today's video as well. So make sure you stick around to the end, as your name may come up. But if you do enjoy today's video, remember to leave a like on it and feel free to subscribe for more. And if you want to show your further support to me, you can always use star code BIGB2 when purchasing Robux or Premium. So let's go ahead and get this started, because this started pretty much a discussion on a video and a theory that we actually had, and a theory that we actually heard about too. We did a video the other day talking about Pony potentially being scratched, as in that's an option. But however, there were a lot of comments that were saying that, okay, Marcus is not infected at all, and that doesn't mean that, that means that basically Marcus would not be able to infect Pony, which is a very, very good theory too. Now, being that we haven't really got much information on the eyes, I'm going to break down everything we have, and I really like looking at it from that point too. So here we go. Minitoon did mention back then about pupil colors and how they actually mean something different, and how they actually have a meaning to them. So like certain eyes would mean, kind of like service, at least. I think that was like yellow or blue that Minitoon did say. However, the eyes I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the orange eyes, the black eyes, and the red eyes. So if we think about the normal infection and how it started out, it almost seems that the red eyes are the beginning of the infection, and it looks like over time it possibly goes on, and possibly it changes colors over time. Who knows? But I do think the red one is more for people that really show love and that are really nice. Obviously, we have like Piggy with red eyes. I think Zizzy. These are like nice supportive characters that I personally feel like. We even had Dakota, who has red eyes, which is also quite interesting, being that he came in a bit later but has red eyes. But the main key in today's video is going to be talking about the orange and black eye, because this is where it gets interesting. So let's say that Marcus is not infected, but Marcus is controlled by the Insolence. Now, we'll say I do think that Pony will get controlled by the Insolence. I mean, the eye is popping up everywhere. Pony's hearing voices inside of his head, and that makes me think about a note which was left by Marcus, which was actually in the previous chapter, The Docks, and it says, dark creatures everywhere. Someone get me out of here. I'm just a farmer who wanted an adventure. So it does seem that these dark creatures are not infected. However, they are able to possibly control anyone who is pretty much vulnerable, looking for a safe place, or I guess they're just looking to control certain people. Now, so far we don't know if like a character that's been infected at least really got controlled by, Mr. Stitchy, if Mr. Stitchy is behind all of this, the Eye of Insolence, of course, because when you think about it, some of the characters too, where we would think if they were infected but also by the Insolence, does that mean they can infect other people? It's like Koali. So for an example, Koali has an orange eye, which almost looks like the Eye of Insolence, and Koali has a green eye. So does that mean that Koali is infected but then also got turned by the Insolence? And can Koali also infect anyone? That's just a thought. And when we think about Marcus has an orange eye and a black eye. Now, what do the black eyes represent? Now, I think that Marcus is dead. I think that the black eyes represent pretty much either dead, or they're also trapped in this sort of dark realm, distorted world. Think about Memory. That's like one of the first times where we saw characters with two like completely black eye and pupils. And in Distorted Memory, the memory is like grayed out. I mean, it almost looks like that's a whole nother world. And some characters who also have black eyes tend to be characters who are all technically dead, like Memory, Skelly, Ghosty, I mean Mother Piggy as well, possibly, who is also dead. So something to think about there. Now, we did just get introduced to this sort of like effect that's happening to them. Now, I do think that that will also transform. I have a thought and a theory on this later, which I will bring that to you. But however, I do think that maybe the Insolence, they cannot infect you. However, they can get the voices to go in your head and sort of get you vulnerable to be turned into pretty much one of them. But some characters that have like both orange eyes, I mean, we have Alphys for sure, who has both orange. Tigery also has orange. Mary, Koali, Marcus, Pump Piggy, which I also thought was quite interesting too. And also the Devil Piggy too in the game as well, which I don't know if that means that these characters are more likely to be on that side of Insolence, but this is very, very interesting, guys, and we will for sure get a clear breakdown of what the pupil colors mean, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting that maybe in the next chapter if we go to the lab, because in the lab Kona has been studying the infected, so I do think we are in store to really learn more about the eyes. Can the Insolence also infect people? And if, like Pony for example, gets infected, Kona has been studying the infected and can also find a way to possibly help Pony out. But I'm going to go ahead and read off some of your theories. If you all had some amazing theories, so let's go ahead and check these out. So Letty says, again, Pony can't get infected or scratched by an Insolence. Plus, he is already being controlled, and yet Pony is working for the Insolence. He was just attacked because he wasn't trying to get the bot skin attention from the player. I think there's some truth to that. In my opinion, I don't know if he got scratched. I definitely think he's getting weaker for sure. As you can see, the voices are getting louder and louder. So yeah, I do think he will get more likely controlled by the Insolence and not necessarily infected. AYLE says, theory/fact. Marcus doesn't have an infected eye. He only has an eye of Insolence and a black eye. Maybe under the black eye could be his infected eye. That's the thing too. Does this mean that like the black eye also means infected, or they're just kind of trapped in this dark creature and just being controlled? That could also be something there. Rovan says, Marcus is not infected. Just because he is chasing us doesn't mean he's infected. First of all, he doesn't have an infected eye. Do you see the age infected eye on this moose? Second, do all the Insolence is evil and they are controlling Marcus. So they are controlling Marcus to kill us, the player. So maybe the black eye again means that they're being controlled, and the orange eye. But we do need some explanation on Koali, why Koali has an orange eye and a green eye. Ideal says, theory, this is a very good one. As we see in the trailer, there's a spot with Pony's glasses on the ground. Inside the door is Pony standing in a snowy area. I believe this means either Pony will make it or not, make it out or not. In the ending with Mimi, Kona mentions that he has studied the infected and is interested in studying more about them. Now in the ending without Mimi, he never mentions studying the infected. This alone explains that in the Mimi ending, Kona somehow will save Pony from getting infected since he already studied the infection. But in the other ending, he won't save him because he doesn't really trust us, sort of, because Mimi isn't there. This explains the two meanings behind the trailer door about Pony. This is such an amazing theory, and I think you maybe just cracked it. If Kona's not mentioning this, obviously he's going to be less likely to trust us if we are not with someone he knows like Mimi than when we are with Mimi. So quite interesting that he does open up, of course, when Mimi is there talking about, you know, he's been studying the infection and things like that, and doesn't say that to us when Mimi is not there. So yeah, I think Kona is going to be a key character in the next one, especially if it's going to be taking place in a lab where we will learn more about what the eyes mean. But what I want you to do is comment down below your theories on the eyes. What do you think? If we have some really good theories, we're also going to be putting them again in a video, so you have a chance to also get your prediction read out. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and share it. And also feel free to subscribe for more if you're new. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!